Hi, I'm just looking for some gold in some really bad movies. After my stalled review, I figured maybe I could find some good stuff in bad movies if I just look into my collection a little more closely. But I will have to put these aside for another day and continue on with the review that is scheduled for right now. An outer space salvage crew happen upon a derelict vessel and examine it to see how valuable their find really is. But shortly after boarding, they become stranded by unforeseen forces. Actually, I don't know what forces are at work here. Yes, I know what the poster shows, but when you actually watch the movie, the vampires didn't seem to do anything to either ship. You would think it was them, but the story doesn't even imply it. They just sort of do stuff on their own for no apparent reason. Quit showing the poster, that thing isn't even accurate. There are no cybernetic vampires, there's no ghosts of vampires haunting machines, there's just normal vampires who are poorly written. Hell, the main vampire isn't even Dracula, he's Count Orlok. And to answer the most obvious question, no, there is no reason why they would have called him Count Orlok instead of Count Dracula. And if you're one of those few who think that, hey, it's not that big of a deal if a name is different, well, when your title is Dracula 3000 and you don't have Dracula, when you take names, locations, and plot points from the original Dracula story and put them in your movie, it is kind of important. All this is some stupid movie about blue-collar astronauts and vampires. You know, let me fix the poster art, because I think this is way more accurate. The director and co-writer is Daryl Root, in case you were wondering who you should be flipping off. The other writer is Ivan Milborough, who I can't complain too much about because he never writes anything on his own. You can thank Michael Honig for the great opening score. Seriously, that music is about the only thing in this movie you can consider high quality. The movie stars Casper Van Dien, Erica Alianak, Coolio, Langley Kirkwood, Tiny Lister, and Udo Kier, who is desperately trying to become the next Bela Lugosi. Now that we've gone this far, let's get into some more problems with the movie. There are a lot of audio issues. The camera effects are terrible. The special effects are laughable. And interesting facts that should have been expanded upon weren't. But despite all these problems, or maybe oddly enough because of them, I like the movie.
Say what?
I know, it seems weird that I would like something this bad. And I know that there's quite a few of you out there who would hate to endure this black hole of stupidity. Trust me, I understand. But it does have some good points to it. The writing is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. But it gets so bad, it's hilarious. I already said I like the music, and that ending is the pinnacle of absurdity. On top of that, through some bizarre twist that I still don't understand, Coolio was the best actor and had the best character.
Say what? Stop it!
187 starts off as a lazy, money-grubbing failure of a man who transforms into an off-the-wall maniac. The transformation isn't as good as Clark Kent to Superman, but it was still pretty good. Just look at him. At first, 187 was timid and almost crouched over, but when he gets bitten, he becomes loose, energetic, and cocky. Believe it or not, Coolio and Tiny Lister's characters were the best ones in the entire film. They had history, conflicts, motivations, and personality, where the others had very little beyond a name. Actually, if the film was remade, which I doubt ever would be, I would still want to see Coolio and Tiny Lister reprise their roles as 187 and Humvee. Yeah, I'm weird that way. Dracula 3000 is best described as a kindergarten school play cast with adults. Yes, it's complete nonsense and everything feels haphazard, but that is the charm of it. Just a bunch of people making fools of themselves for fun. And that's why the audience will either be laughing because it's absurd or cringing because it's embarrassing. I was fortunate enough that I was able to enjoy Dracula 3000. With that in mind, it still comes in at a 3.75 out of 10. And if you would like to see a full-length feature review of the film, head on over to Fedora's video. He did it as well, and he's got a few points he'd like to stick right up Daryl Root's ass. But as for me, I got a little bit of work to do, so I will see you next time.